the FanFic Critic. I read it, you listen. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a Naruto fanfiction. The fanfic is called A Reason to Smile by Scarlett Rose Anderson. It's rated K, it's in English, it's her at comfort, and it's Naruto U. Let's not waste any time. This is just something I had on my really old Quizilla account, so I got it from there. Disclaimer, I do not own Naruto. Hear me? Not. A Reason to Smile. Exactly 5 years ago, in an amazing... I've said this in past episodes when it comes to having numbers inside of stories 5 years ago. It should be the word 5 and not the number 5. I don't know, maybe I'm just really picky about this, but it just drives me bonkers. I mean, the only time you really need to see a number is like maybe if you're talking about someone's speed, or if it's like showing a list of something. But when you're saying like exactly 5 years ago, why not just write out the word 5? I mean, maybe if it's a date that would be one thing, but for this, just write out the word 5. It looks a lot better than having the number. Okay, enough of me being a nitpicking twit, let's continue to read. Exactly 5 years ago, you should have a comma after ago, an amazing yet saddening event struck the Hidden Leaf Village. Okay, the L and the V in Leaf Village should be capitalized because it's a name. A very great Hokage life has ended. That was the life of Naruto Uzumaki. At the start, okay, there should be a comma after start, he was a very reckless and goofy boy, but ended up as a great leader. Everyone looked up at him. Don't you mean everyone looked up to him? Especially, he caught the eye of a very significant person. Why is the word especially in there? Just doesn't seem to make any sense. I don't know, maybe they were going to have more words in there, but it just seems a little off after reading it out loud. Especially, he caught the eye of a significant person. Let's continue. Okay, after the paragraph, they have this weird little symbol here. Let me show it to you. I guess that's supposed to mean that it's jumping to another point in time? I don't know, that's just a little odd. I've never seen that symbol before, but this is an old story, so... How can you smile all the time? Miranda asked. What do you mean? Naruto asked back. Okay, if you're going to have someone speak, have it be in their own paragraph and don't have it be in the same paragraph as the other person speaking. It just looks really sloppy. So let's continue. Naruto asked back. Well, you find some way to smile, even in the worst situations. Okay, there should be a space after the comma and the word even, or between the two. Even when you couldn't bring back Sasuke and that kind of stuff, she explained. Before, I asked someone else that, he said. Miranda looked interested. He told me that if you smiled more, things would get better. Naruto finished. There's that symbol again, and now it's back in italics. Those were the words of Naruto Uzumaki, the greatest Hokage. If you smile more, things would get better. Maybe it should say, if you smile more, comma, things would get better, he said. But was that the truth? Okay, the B in but should be capitalized, seeing that's the start of the new sentence. Although technically you shouldn't start a sentence with the word but. And I mean, you know, B-U-T, not B-U-T-T, obviously. So maybe it should say, he said, comma, but was that the truth? That'd probably make more sense. Could things just get better from a simple motion of the face? Tears spilled over Miranda's face looking down on the gravestone. He lied. He said if you keep on smiling, things would get better, not worse. Her broken heart laid in pieces as she cried. And so everyone tried. They tried to smile, just like the great Hokage had told them. They believed. They believed that they had a chance to make things better. A smile grew on Miranda's face. She had finally what Naruto had meant by making things better. I think you're missing a word. I think it should say she finally knew what Naruto had meant by making things better. So now everyone in the Hidden Leaf Village smiles, just like the Hokage before them. The reason the Hokage smiled was to heal. Okay, to heal should be 2 words, not 1. The heart of the hurt. And all the Hokages after him made their own reason. Their own reason to smile. Well, that's the end of the story. It wasn't exactly very long. Okay. It was a decent story, but it needs some work big time when it comes to layout. The weird symbol, for one thing, just doesn't make any sense why that's there. I guess it's supposed to be a passage of time, but you don't really need that there. I mean, you could just have it be a couple of extra paragraph spaces or just the ... That would make more sense. Never seen that before. But then again, the author did... This was a requested fanfic by the actual author, by the way. They did inform me that this was an old story. So if they ever consider touching it up, perhaps they should just get rid of that symbol. And another thing that kind of drove me nuts was having all the dialogue in one paragraph. When someone speaks, just have it be in a separate paragraph. The end. Just have it be like that because it looks a lot better and it doesn't look all jumbled and messy, and it kind of comes across as jumbled and messy. And they keep on having the text switch from italicized to, normal text. I can kind of understand the reason in the beginning. It's supposed to, I guess it's supposed to kind of like symbolize something, and the normal text is supposed to be like in the past. But then when it goes to when Miranda's like crying as she's looking at the grave, it's not italicized anymore. So I don't really know exactly why they switched over again, but I don't know. I mean, the story was pretty decent, but it does need work, and I suggested the author that they should touch it up if they still have the document on their computer. And if not, another way to touch up your story, just highlight it, copy it, put it in like Microsoft Word, touch it up in there, and then just repaste it on fanfiction.net. Get rid of the original document or the original file and just repost it. And if you can't do that, just take down the original story altogether and then post it. So, overall this story was decent. A bit short, but it was pretty decent. I didn't really see any other problems with it other than the layout. So, I'm the FanFic Critic. I read it, you listen, and I have nothing to say.